legend, look diddle on a regular day. Make a Hall of Fame highlight, feel like a drill. I'm the reason every gym got no food on the gate. Cause the moment I step on the page, whole crowd screaming like they tasted flame. I'm the storm that you watch from the sea.
Warm-ups. Net snap. Deep breath. Bucks ride their hood, though, lights low. Scouting clips on my phone. Same play, new flow. Let's go. Trailer tap taping my ankles, mom's voice tucked in my mind. Coach say guard the pain, be patient, I'm thinking this whole thing mine. Leg it bag under my seat, class notes stuffed in the side. Got a quiz link due at midnight, got a region we bout to divide. Yeah, they coach stats like scripture, talk C's like fate. I just lace up, kiss that logo, walk slow through the tunnel, feel the weight, it's that mark. Man, it's strong. Cut nets, bring that banner home. Paint stained shoes, in a broken phone. I was built in the gym, now the world gon' know. Never fall, never fall. Crowd too loud, but I'm ice, I'm cold. Take that soul, take that soul. Whole squad riding when I say let's go. Halftime sweat drip on the whiteboard. Down 10, but my eye don't flinch. They talk run and gun on the podcast. They don't know about a 6 a.m. bench. Fuel moon nap, cafeteria dinners, late night labs in a travel hoodie. Prof ass, why you miss selection? I seen game tape say it, it's my thesis. Looking. Walked on star, same stairs, same hill, same tour it takes, and you good. Same homesick tears in December, same FaceTime call from the hood. Now it's March, every miss feel fatal, every make feel like a parade. Crowd stand up when I clap my hands, call horns up, watch the whole court fade. Man, it's strong. Cut nets, bring that banner home. Paint stained shoes in the broken phone. I was built in the gym, now the world gon' know. Never fall. Shot clock dropping, but my heart on gold. Take that soul, take that soul. Whole world watching when I let that go. Free throw line crowd in a frenzy. Her they band, I just hum my hymns. Deep out loans, real little sister. Every sweet shade food to the fridge. See a night flash in a second game day. Wristband on my can someday. Right now it's sweat fear 5 feet. One more stock, them is going on stage. It's that much. Man, it's low. Cut nets. Cut that. Banner home. Paste stain shoes. In the broken phone. I was built in the gym, now the world gon' know.
Boy, you guys were rocking in the second half. 58% shooting, 53% overall from three-point range.
Step by step up that ladder. Strings fall soft in my hand. Whole life home. Now I wear it like a
Okay, Langston, we're going to start here in about 30 seconds. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening on PPBC TV. Welcome to Langston Lion men's basketball at CF Gales Fieldhouse, sponsored by LU Athletics, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Blue Sky Bank, and of course, Tinker Federal Credit Union and Guiding Right. Tonight, it's the Texas Wesleyan Rams versus your nationally ranked number 8 Langston Lions. Now, the Lions extended their current win streak to 2 games this season as they defeated John Brown by 33 points on Saturday night, 73-40. It was an unconventional game that had some unconventional stars from this team. This is one of those games where Omar Henry will put a real tape together for his kids and his family to watch for years to come. He was relentless, and he was a factor in this game. And a team that has a defensive identity by their head coach, Chris Wright, looks no better when they can get their team on the floor and start locking in on the offensive end of the floor. They play at such a high level on a consistent basis, look for this Lion team to come back and continue to build on that. I'm Maurice Prince, and we'll be joined a little bit shortly by, of course, the one and only Jay Swick this evening. The Lions tonight look to continue to fight. They find themselves still in the thick of things in the Sooner Athletic Conference, and it will likely take a game win tonight and a game win on Saturday to make the regular season happen. The regular season championship happen. They are in control of their own destiny, but one thing's for sure, Texas Wesleyan isn't going to go away nicely, and they're not going to go away quietly. In fact, expect them to be very uncooperative tonight. The Langston offense comes in ranked 8th in the Sooner Athletic Conference with the number 1 ranked defense, outscoring with a plus 21-point scoring margin overall this season. You've got one of the league's best scorers in Orlando Thomas, averaging about 15.1 points per game. But not to be overlooked is Antonio Lewis, who's also a double-digit legitimate scorer for this team, averaging about 12 points, along with Trey Clark's 11 points. And you also have guys like Omar Henry, who have been effective overall in the game, but don't score until you talk to them and have to find their opportunities to do so and can find moments to take advantage of it within this confines of this offense. He can give you 10 points any night, but he's been averaging just shy of 10, about 9 points per game. Earlier, Jay Swick had an opportunity to talk to Chris Wright, and this is some things that Chris Wright just had to say.
Coach, what's this week been like for you and your basketball team, coming off a 33-point victory over John Brown University? It was obviously a revenge game, and revenge is a dish best served cold, and boy, you guys were rocking in the second half. 58% shooting, 53% overall from three-point range. What's this week been like? Do you feel like you're going to carry some of that momentum over to tonight, hopefully?
I sure hope so. I thought we played really well, especially considering it was our 5th game in 9 days. That was a tough stretch. We'd spent 22 hours, traveling the 4 days previous. And so, it was a great win for us, and no rest for the weary, right? We play a really tough Texas Wesleyan team. They're currently in 3rd place in the Sooner Athletic Conference, and we know we'll have our hands full tonight.
Yeah, I was looking back at the previous time your Lions played Texas Wesleyan. It was November 22nd. It feels like a lifetime ago. And you won by 4, 58-54. Do you recall much in that game? I know both teams really didn't shoot the three-point shot very well, but you did find a way to win. We know that at this point of the season you're going to get everybody's best. What is it about this Texas Wesleyan team that you admire or respect, and how do you want to attack them tonight?
In our first meeting, neither team really shot the ball well. I thought they defended us really well, and I thought we defended them. Held them below 40% shooting. Both teams turned it over, I think, 17 times in our first matchup, and so they hammered us on the offensive glass. They had 16 offensive rebounds, and so for us, that is definitely my concern tonight. They're a team that if you give easy baskets to, they're really, really hard to beat.
Well, and you're at home again, Coach. I mean, I have to, let our listeners know your home record, 60-2. What's been the biggest difference for your basketball team playing at home? Is it the crowd? Is it the support? What's been the biggest difference that give you guys such an edge on your home floor?
I do think we have a great atmosphere here. For some reason, we have just been really, really elite. Our first 2 years, we were 33-0 here. Last year, we suffered 2 defeats when, I think our team was wiped out with the flu. But then we're undefeated again this year. So I guess, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz says, there's no place like home, right?
Well, and that stands true. Omar Henry's been playing very, very good basketball for you guys. Led the team in scoring last Saturday at 16 points, 2 blocks, also hit 2 threes. Is he a heavy focus offensively that you're going to be leaning on? I know you've got options, though. Orlando Thomas, Trey Clark, TJ Cave had a really good game last week. Is it a different player every week just out of, the spirit of basketball, or is this something that you intentionally do? Like, do you intentionally try to get Orlando Thomas or Omar Henry going, or do you just kind of let the flow of the game dictate it?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's kind of based on matchups, right? I mean, I think the best teams are teams that are really spread out scoring-wise. I think we have 6 guys that are pretty close to double-digit scorers, and so I think on any given night we have a lot of guys that can beat you. And so, some of it's by design and some of it's, right, kind of what happens within the flow of the game.
Coach, 2 games left, and one of them's tonight against, as you said, Texas Wesleyan. You win tonight, you win Saturday against Nelson. You're conference champions again. Is this talked about in the locker room, to be that close to where you want to go? Obviously, it's really hard to close. How do you kind of navigate through this as a coach?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's our guys know the deal. Not only is it big for us to, right, have a chance to win, our 3rd Sooner Athletic Conference in 4 years, but we really want to host the opening rounds here. Like you said, being 60-2 at home, in our time at Langston, it's a really big advantage if we can do that. And so, man, to be able to have a chance to do that, I think we need to win both of these games as well. So it's kind of of double importance these next 2 coming up.
And obviously, you're familiar with Texas Wesleyan. What would you say some of the bigger keys to victory are tonight?
Again, I think eliminating their easy baskets, keeping them off the glass. I think they're elite at turning turnovers into points. And so that's, right, not having 17 turnovers this time, not getting beat up on the glass, I think is going to be huge. They have a really good player that may or may not play, Dalen Hamilton, right, Division I transfer, is probably their best guard. And so, obviously, if he does not play, it makes things a little bit more difficult for them. So, yeah, it'll be a great game, though. This has turned into a very, heated matchup. They beat us at their place last year and really let us hear about it after the game, in a way that to be quite honest with you, I really didn't appreciate. And so, yeah, they don't like us and we don't like them. And so this is going to be, an old school, heated basketball game.
Well, and that's the only way we want it, Coach. That's the only way we want it. Langston head coach Chris Wright, good luck in the game tonight. We'll talk afterwards.
I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you.
Mr. Parker. Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Rams from Texas Wesleyan University. 6'3" guard, number 2, Davion Scott. 6'8" forward, number 3, Khalil Turner. 6'5" forward, number 10, Montez Young Jr. 6'8" forward, number 12, Daniel Reverie. The 6'5" guard, number 31, Anthony Sierras. Head coach of the Rams is Brian Wanamaker. Assistant coach, Tevin Baker. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Langston University Lions. 6'2" guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 0, Orlando Thomas. 6'2" guard from New Orleans, Louisiana, number 3, Antonio Lewis. 6'6" guard from Toronto, Canada, number 11, Trey Clark. 6'1" guard from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 13, Robert Alexander. The 6'7" forward from St. Louis, Missouri, number 23, Omar Henry. Head coach of the Lions is Chris Wright, assistant head coach Kevin Curry, assistant coach John Warren.
Want to thank, of course, the public address announcer, the dean of students here at Langston University, of course, Mr. Joshua Busby. Swig, can you go ahead and confirm the starting lineups for us tonight?
Yeah, for the Texas Wesleyan Rams, number 2, Davion Scott, number 3, Khalil Turner, number 10, Montez Young Jr., number 12, Daniel Overbreer, number 31, Anthony Sierras. I'm kind of shocked that Dalen Hamilton isn't starting for them, but he is in uniform, and he may or may not come off the bench. Starters for the Langston Lions, number 0, Orlando Thomas, number 3, Antonio Lewis, number 11, Trey Clark, number 13, Robert Alexander, and number 23, Omar Henry.
And whenever you talk about the play of Texas Wesleyan Rams, they entered tonight with a record of 18-7. 14-6 in conference, 8-4 at home, 8-3 away. This is a team that can go into your place. And anytime you're without a conference best number 8 scorer, averaging 15.4 points per game, and of course Dalen Hamilton, that's a factor. So the Lions are going to have to take advantage of that. But please understand that Montez Young Jr. is a capable scorer and can pick up the load. He's averaging just a shy, about 14.4 points per game in his own right.
Right, and LU ranked number 1 on defense in Sooner Athletic Conference. They start off here with our first offensive possession.
Now going to work, Texas Wesleyan is the number 2 ranked defense in the Sooner Athletic Conference right now. Driving inside goes Clay Clark. Kiss off the glass and scores. He did a nice and muscles up after the shot. And we have an injured player at the end of it right now. And that's not what you want to see if you're a Texas Wesleyan fan tonight.
No.
Javier is already hurt early in this game.
Jeez, Trey Clark just got busy. He's going right to work. You clock in, you go to work. That's what Trey Clark just did.
He didn't waste any time, and that's exactly what you want overall if you are a Langston fan, a team to be aggressive all night long. Now going to work right now, bounce pass over, going to work up top. Ball in the hands, throwing it down low to the corner now. Ball in the hands, looks like a ball nearly stolen. Trey Clark and Orlando Thomas converge, but leaves a wide open three-point shot at the top. Rebound, automatically Antonio Lewis comes away with it, Swig.
Yeah, that was Montez Young Jr. with the shot. He's second on the team in scoring.
Robert Alexander.
Where he's at on the floor.
Robert Alexander, they doing the weave at the top. And now almost knocked out the hands of Lewis. Ball covering at the top by Davion Scott. Scott as a sensational player as his own right for Texas Wesleyan tonight. Going to work, Trey Clark, who already got an early basket. Again, winds, dines, wheels, deals, scores another basket. He's got 4 early in this game.
Why not catch him off the dribble? You going to one-on-one Trey Clark right now? That's a mistake. They're up 4-0 because of it.
18:34 to go before the end of the first half of this one. Barely 2 minutes in. Trying to work the ball around down inside the painted area. Antonio Lewis is going to get fouled by putting his hand in the cookie jar at that time.
Yeah, you're going to get him on the reach-in foul. Is it a shooting foul or is it going to be on the floor? Looks like it is a shooting foul, so that's going to put Daniel Orvbier. Thank you.
Yeah,
Orvbier at the free throw line. Is that French?
It has a good French roll to it.
So.
That's what I think so as well.
I think so. All right. Well, airballed the free throw, and that kind of took everybty by surprise.
And
see all the Lions turn around and look.
Section will talk about you now.
Yeah, exactly. That gave them ammunition. And it is Greek night here at LU, so crowd is invested. It's a packed house. It's a great basketball atmosphere at CF Gales Fieldhouse.
All right, ball ricochets out. Orbier ends up with it again. Nice pass down low. Can't capitalize on that opportunity, and Antonio Lewis comes away with the rebound.
Great job defensively by Langston of just fighting for the basketball and making it tough on the other team to score.
And it's going to be something that they're going to have to continue to do overall as they continue to move the ball around. Ball in the hands of Trey Clark. Trey already has about 4 points, looking for more right now. Deep shot for 3. That's a heat check shot. Shot goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Ram basketball.
Okay. All right. That was close, but that's the ruling that they made. So it's back on defense for the LU Lions. You know, early in these games, you see a lot of adrenaline. You see a lot of movement. It's about who can calm down and execute the best. And
high pass up the top. Well defended that time by Omar Henry on that play.
That should have been an alley-oop dunk, and Omar Henry ruined it for everybody.
Access denied. Orlando Thomas, steady dribble on the logo at top, trying to get a screen for Omar Henry.
Great screen.
Orlando Thomas dives down to the basket. Omar Henry tries to get a putback dunk attempt. And was he fouled on the putback attempt? Or what are they saying here?
I think so. I think so. I think that's what the ruling is.
So it is going to be a foul against Khalil Turner, his first personal foul, team foul number 1. So Omar Henry going to the free throw line to shoot 2 of his own.
And you got to keep in mind the last time that these two teams played, it was a 4-point game. Okay, Langston won by 4 at their house. They're undefeated at home, but you're going to have to come and compete. You want a championship, you've got to get it done.
And Henry gets a little English on that one. Gets that
Touches
one to
the rim, backboard, back in.
All right, going to work right now. Henry back at the line. Lions up by 5 early in this contest here. On the other side, goes 2 for 2. And the Omar Henry, the O movement that we've seen right now. I mean, really a great game against John Brown.
Yeah.
He really became unleashed, uncapped in that game, and you really got a chance to see his true offensive set, something he hasn't had to display since early November. But yet you know he has it in his wheelhouse, in his toolbox, and he was willing to let that fly last game. Lion defense has been superb early to start this game. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound once again by Antonio Lewis. Antonio Lewis right now stacking up the rebound points.
Yeah, Antonio's busy. I love his game. I think he's a complete guard, both sides of the floor. Can he hit this 3, though?
And he knocks down the 3. His swing kind of scripted that one.
Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, he can. 9-0 start by LU.
9-0 to go. Another turnaround, difficult shot. Lions contest. Lions still fighting. Lewis taps it out to Thomas. And the Lions on fire early to start this game. The defensive intensity up. The attention to detail up. The relentless energy up. It's a great start for the Lions.
Yeah, ride this momentum because you know a timeout is coming. Well, it's over past it. That pass to Omar. He had the right idea, though. If he'd have caught it, I mean, he was going right to the rack.
All right, so Jay Wilson comes in and T.J. Cave come in as Deuce takes his seat, and so does Omar Henry come out. So we get a little bit of everybody into the game. Now Jaden Williams now also comes into the game for Trey Clark.
Yeah, I think Jaden's starting to really get healthier, starting to get more confident. Obviously, he's a high-effort player that's always going to give you the best. T.J. Cave has been a force on the defensive side these past couple games too.
All right, trying to swing it and inside, driving to the basket, and that was a lot he could not do against the 6'8" or Vier as he drove down Main Street and scored that basket there. 9-2 is the score now.
Yeah. So let's see what Cave can do here offensively. Again, Chris Wright, he can go 11, 12 deep if he needs to.
All right.
It's not a problem.
Cave gives it up to Wilson. Wilson says, I don't need a screen. Back over to Wilson. Wilson swings it to the corner. Wide open 3. Jaden Williams misses that one. Rebound pulled down there nicely that time by Scott.
Well, he knows where the rim is. I think it'll be a different outcome. And there's a play that he makes on defense.
What a job. Orlando Thomas throws it up to Cave. And somehow the ball ends up back in the hands of Orlando Thomas, who said, hey, this is for me. I'll get 2 out of it.
Can you credit Khalil Turner for the assist?
You have to.
He threw it right to Orlando, and he scored.
All right, the Lions did not rotate on defense, but they did find a way. Jaden Williams did a great job, great effort.
Golly, he's just a basketball player. He's the pure definition of a hooper. He's not a one-dimensional guy. He gives it everything he's got. He's talented a lot of different ways.
Jay Wilson now has it. TJ Cave was cutting to the basket. Jay Wilson missed him on that one. That's all right. He found Orlando Thomas, who knows what to do with it. Draws contact, gets a foul, will go to the free throw line shooting too.
Yeah, found the lane. That is Orlando Thomas in a nutshell. You give him a little, he's going to take a mile. He saw the lane. He took advantage of it. And that's, again, if you didn't do your homework, you'd think, well, I'm forcing him left. You know, we think he's right, but he's left-handed. So, of course, he's going to get a bucket like that. Or at least get fouled and go to the free throw line.
So the line right now, the Lions are up by 9 points right now, off to an 11-2 start. So far, Texas Wesleyan, the boys team, is starting off similar to how the women's team, or the men's team is starting off similar to how the women's team started off. The women were 1 of 7. The men are 1 of 7 starting off this game, where when we saw the women's team start off with a low percentage shooting, I think the percentage got to as low as 8% shooting in their first quarter of their matchup, but they quickly got going after that. So if you're Langston, here's the opportunity. Put your foot down, continue to stay on the accelerator. Don't take your foot off the gas.
Well, and I was wondering if any of that momentum we saw in the second half against John Brown University would carry over, and it has. It has. We've seen just a really good start to this LU basketball team, and they've just got to kind of hold on to it as much as they can. You know, it's a long basketball game, so, you know, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. But I love this start, and he's already mixing and matching the lineups, substituting players in and out, always fresh bodies on the floor. And if you have that kind of depth, you got to utilize it to your advantage, and that's what Chris Wright does very, very well in determining who is on the floor and who's coming off.
Now, again, the Texas Wesleyan is without their looks like as of right now.
Well, now he's coming back in. Dalen Hamilton is the leading scorer for this Texas Wesleyan Rams team. Did not start, but he's a heck of a player. You know, they have 4 guys that average in double figures in scoring on this team. So they're pretty, you know, to be right now at, 5 minutes into the game, they've only got 2 points. This is a little bit surprising.
Right. So Thomas is shooting a second free throw. I guess they were acting like it was an and one, but they get a second one. So Cameron McCoy's come in the game for his first action of the day. So McCoy, Wilson, Thomas, Cave, and Williams is on the floor right now for the Lions. Thomas trying to extend the lead up to what will be an 11-point margin. The ball is controlled that time. So we're going to get a look here right now at, of course, Dalen Hamilton, who is instant offense for this team. Let's see how the Lions react right now. Going to work on the inside, drawing a foul and a contact, and one opportunity as a complete, got the position, got the step, drove to the basket that time. And that, of course, is Matt Nero. And Nero is one of the most consistent players on this team.
He's a scrappy young man.
Boy, he is. You can say that.
Yeah, he gets after it, and obviously showed his talent on that play there to get the and one bucket. We'll see if he can get the cherry on top with this free throw.
So he shoots and he knocks it down. It is now 12-5 as it stands right now. And what do I mean by that? He's the leading, one of the top free throw shooters on this team. He also will dive down and get yourself some rebounds if he has a chance to do that. He's just a guy that you turn around and every team wants him on there because he brings so much to the table. Ball in the hands of TJ Cave. He's on the left side. Left wing, tries to get it inside to Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson triple team, tried to scoop shot and dig it out, and Cameron McCoy ends up maintaining the possession in the lane. He can't maintain. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and it will be a jump ball.
Yeah, that's going to be the ruling.
Are they going to say a shot clock violation?
Yeah, shot clock. Yep, it'll be Rams ball.
So Rams ball, 14-11. 12-5 is the score right now. 14-11 left to go in the end of the first half of this game.
I anticipate the Rams to keep fighting and cut this deficit. They're too good a team to just stay down for long. They're going to figure it out. They're going to go on their own run. It's just how prepared is Langston going to be when that happens, and what are some things that they're going to have to do to slow it down?
Offensive foul was the call that time. And so Davion Scott did not like that, so it looks like it's going to be Langston ball.
Yeah, Coach Wanamaker didn't like it either.
So McCoy's going to throw it in now.
This is also a program that has won NAIA national championships in the past. So this is a good program.
So, yes, let's not sleep on Texas Wesleyan at all. Ball in the hands now of Deuce. Deuce and Omar Henry are back in the game right now. Go along with Trey Clark and Cameron McCoy. Inside does Omar Henry. Henry tries to fight through a double team. Somehow contorts his body and somehow flips it up against the glass and gets it to fall in.
Well, how he was able to kind of split that double team and put up an awkward hook shot, get it to fall. That's a big bucket for Omar Henry.
13:39 to go. Substitution in the game as well for Texas Wesleyan. Ball in the hands now, of course, of Montez Young. Young spin move in the lane and a beautiful shot. Can't get it to fall this time. Ball trickles around. Young ends up with it. Wide open shot. And you can't let the league, one of the league's top scorer, find the ball rolling in his hand. And somehow, Dalen Hamilton, he knows what to do with that.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked that he made that shot wide open, making an impact. Don't know why he didn't start, but it's never too late to get that going, and that's what they did there. 6-point difference here.
Ball in the hands of Omar Henry at the elbow. Up fake. Henry goes inside and almost got called for steps there. Swings it back out to Trey Clark. 3 seconds on the clock. Trey's going to have to put it up. And he fires it. Shot back rim, no good. Rebound that time. Orbier comes down with it. Swing it back over. Nice inbound pass. Trying to get it to Orbier on the play. Cutting to the basket. Nice inlet pass there by Sierras. But
Henry getting in those passing lanes just knocked it out of bounds and said, hey, let's start this set over.
Chris Wright's bringing more guards in to cover in this grouping right now. Ball in the hands of Young. Sierras is going to get called.
Offensive foul here. Or did he step out of bounds?
They said he stepped out of bounds. So 14-8, 6-point advantage for the Lions right now. 12:22 to go.
When you get a stop, you got to capitalize. You know, make it worth your while.
So far, both teams have 2 turnovers apiece. Lewis across the timeline. Lewis looking at Orbier. Drive to the basket, tries to get him with the blow-by. Good defense by Orbier. Young has it now. Young into the lane, spins on TJ Cave, drives contact, will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was a foul. And at least TJ Cave got back down on defense. If he's not there, that's a fast break, easy bucket. But now he's got to prove it at the free throw line.
As a team, they are shooting 64% at the free throw line. For a team that's dynamic of scoring, that really hurts you in certain situations.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they're going to perform at that tonight.
You'd like to be in the upper 70s, early 80s, and we'll see if that plays a part in who wins tonight.
The Lions so far have opened up 3 for 3. So far, the Rams 0 for 3.
And Orlando Thomas back in the game, somebody that you really can depend on for offensive points when you need it.
And the shot comes in and falls, and it is now 14-9. All right, TJ Cave's going to bring it across the timeline, 11:57 to go. Going to give it over to Omar Henry. Henry hands it over to Lewis. Lewis step back, 3-point shot. Back rims, no good that time. Rebound pulled down by Hamilton. Then on the other end, shot by Nero is no good. Thomas ends up with it. Ball back in the hands of TJ Cave.
Yeah, I thought that shot was a little bit rushed. As soon as he caught it, he knew what he was doing with it. Langston with a good rebound to get another offensive possession.
Lions need to find a good possession here. Thomas catches free, fires at the top, can't get it to fall. Ball's back tap loose. The Ram players are fighting over it themselves, and the ball ends up in the hands of Young. Young swings it back. Ball in the hands now of Nero, who gets it to the right to Hamilton. Back to Nero, who's standing on the logo with 18 seconds on the shot clock. 15. Lions remain in man-to-man defense. Trey Clark
nobody's moving right now. There we go. Now they're going to step up and set a screen.
Henry now covering. The switch is back to Clark. Lions rotate nicely. Deep 3-point shot. Trey Clark comes in and pulls down the rebound. That is his first of the game.
Yeah.
So the Lions have got to find a way to build some offensive momentum. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. The Lions have got to be aggressive at some point. Thomas again launches from deep from the left wing. Shot no good. Rebound corralled and taken down this time by number 2, Davion Scott. And then Montez Young turns and fires and is fouled on the play.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a mismatch there sometimes, and Texas Wesleyan is taking advantage of it. You know, when you get a bigger player like Montez Young in front of TJ Cave, he's going to the hole every time. And the best that TJ Cave can do to prevent the bucket is to foul. And that's the kind of situation that they're in. But they're awful quick when they get down. Langston is trying to figure out how to score some points from their half-court sets. And they've just been struggling these last 3 or 4 possessions to get that going. But a turnover and a fast break, easy bucket could just change the momentum in a blink of an eye, and that's something that Langston's really trying to do.
One of the things that's often not talked about when it comes to this Texas Wesleyan team, as they've got 16 players on their roster, Swig, not one of them is a underclassman.
Wow.
So it's all seniors and juniors. Now, Langston is in the same boat, but they have at least 2 freshmen on the team.
Right. They've been play significant minutes. Jaden Williams is one of them.
All right, into the corner. Trey Clark launches and dials up a 3 and nails it.
He's feeling it. I mean, this is Trey Clark's night offensively. He's clapping, and he's going to ride this out. And if you need a bucket, you keep going to Trey Clark. He's a hot hand right now.
7 points. 7 points in the game right now. Ball on the right wing. Steady dribble coming around. And the ball.
Great defense by Henry. I mean, to just get your hands up and force the shooter to do something weird to get the shot off.
Now the ball in the hands right now. 17-10 is the score. Jaden Williams gets it to Antonio Lewis. Shot does not fall. Omar Henry battles, and Trey Clark says, I am the man right now. 19-10. Trey Clark with 9 first half points.
Picking up his teammates. He's there getting second chance buckets. Love it. 9-point lead by LU.
All right, going to work right now. Shot from the free throw line. Shot is no good. Omar Henry disrupted the rebound. It's controlled by Deuce Alexander.
Really good job on the boards to be in the right position at the right time. Multiple guys down there. You don't know where the ball's going to bounce to.
Ball in the hands right now.
Oh.
Lewis almost loses it. Back taps it out to Thomas. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Deuce now has it on the right wing. Deuce drives in the lane. Shot off the glass and scores. Great job by Robert Deuce Alexander.
Somebody get him a hard hat. I mean, he's in a lunch pail. He's out here working, making moves to get to the rim. There's a quick timeout by Wanamaker, probably the smart move. Little bit of a run here for Langston to go up 11 with 8:40 in the first half.
And Chris Wright comes up clapping his hands, so that means he's excited overall about how his team is overall performing and battling. The team up by 11. Langston shooting 8 of 18 in this first half, 44%, 2 of 9 for deep, 22%, but impressively 3 of 4 from the free throw line. I know it's only 4 shots, but man, a team that does not have a good history, you get excited when you see a high 70 number thrown up on the free throw line.
Right, and you talked about Chris Wright and just how he views this team. You know, at the beginning of the season, like, you know, at the end of the summer going into the fall semester, he had a vision of kind of what this team would look like. And 4 of the 5 starters that he thought were going to be dependent on aren't even on the team anymore. So to make that kind of adjustment and have that much change within the season and see your team doing what they're doing right now and to still have the depth that they are, it's amazing. And I think it's really rewarding for Chris Wright to have different players step up when they needed to step up, and that's been the theme this year.
Overall, that is something that he's been able to do, and you said it during the broadcast already, that he can go 12 deep, and the fact that he can shop for the matchups, shop around for the pieces that he may need to get. It's an effective measure overall.
And it also keeps players out of foul trouble, too, you know, and not that they're in foul trouble. I mean, shoot, 8:40 left, you've got 14 fouls. You're right where you need to be.
Thomas, Alexander, Wilson, Williams, and Trey Clark on the floor right now with 8:31 to go in the first half. Lions up 11. Lions maintaining man-to-man defense. Shot over the screen at the top, no good. Rebound corralled and then taken away by Orlando Thomas.
Orlando said, yeah, no, that's mine. I'm going to take it from you, and that's exactly what he did. That was just, I want it more than you play.
Ball in Jay Wilson's hand, who swings it over to Alexander. Alexander thought about the three. Thomas will take the three from the top of the key and drain it.
You know, I wanted Deuce to take the shot, but he held on to it. He knew better. He knew if I'd get this ball to Thomas, he's going to be the one to knock it down, and that's exactly what happened.
Three, you got 6 points from Thomas, and a throw and a pass that is, of course, out of bounds. He threw it to Marcus Haynes. He doesn't have any eligibility left, but Haynes knows what to do with the ball, the Hall of Famer.
That's exactly right.
So now substitutions coming in the game now. The Lions are trying to continue to build on this lead. The lead stands at 14 right now. Ball in the hands now of Thomas, who gets it over to Jaden Williams. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Thomas dives to the basket. Pass underneath to Cameron McCoy, who goes up, has to get rid of it. Jay Wilson re-glitz, and they clear out of the lane. Wilson with the up fake. Shot off the glass, no good. Foul. He's going to the free throw line shooting 2.
Yeah, Orvberg got called for the foul. I kept wanting him to kick it up top to Deuce, but he made the right decision. Every decision I think they should make, they go the opposite way, and it turns out to be their opposite way. So I'm glad I'm up here in the booth and not a coach, because I don't know if it would work out for me. But I love what Jay Wilson's doing. Another player, you know, we talk so much about Omar Henry and Orlando Thomas, and even Antonio Lewis, who's just such a strong player. But guys like TJ Cave, Jay Wilson, Cam McCoy, Jaden Williams, there's just a bunch of glue guys that are just, whatever you need me to do, I'll do for the team. I'm a team first type of guy. This is a team first type of team. There's Deuce for a 3.
So Deuce shoots the 3. Jay Wilson went 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and Jaden Williams gets his second rebound on this possession. And Orlando Thomas unloads another 3. He's got 9. 3 triples in the first half of this one, and the lead expands to 28.
Texas Wesleyan's going to be looking for a fire extinguisher here pretty soon. 28-10, I love it.
Ball back up top. Now working the ball, trying to go downhill, and to the basket he goes and scores. What a nice move by Khalil Turner.
Yeah, Khalil Turner's good player. How many shots has he taken? Is that his?
That is his first shot
on the floor. I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked to be under 7 minutes in the first half, and that's the first shot that he's taken. I mean, Khalil Turner is third on the team in points scored. He's good talent, man. A Philadelphia guy, born at South Philadelphia, born and raised. You know.
So going to work right now. He misses the free throw, and Antonio Lewis is back in the game. Tracks down the rebound. You've got Alexander, Lewis, Williams, McCoy, and of course Jay Wilson on the floor right now for Texas Wesleyan right now. You have Scott on the floor going along with Sierras. Orbier's on the floor along with Nero, and also in the game is Randolph, it looks like. Ball's going to be stolen by Sierras this time. Leads the break. Lewis making contact. Sierras almost drew a foul. Ball in the hands to Nero. Throws it to the left wing. Trying to drive inside again goes Khalil Turner. Khalil Turner showing his dynamic ability to finish at the rim again. Back-to-back buckets for Turner.
Yeah, he beat Jay Will off the dribble there. I expect him to start to get the rhythm a little bit.
Ball in the hands of McCoy. Over to Alexander. 6:06 to go. Lions up by 14 right now. Sounds like a football score, 28-14. Inside move, Jay Wilson tries to clear out. Shot off the glass, no good. Sierras comes down with the rebound. Texas Wesleyan into the front court with Nero. Leading. Going to throw it down to the corner. Sierras now has it. Tries to get around Jaden Williams. A nice cutting to the basket. High arcing bank shot. Good by Nero. And right now there's a little bit of momentum building.
Yeah.
As Texas Wesleyan has found some offensive identity, and Coach Chris Wright wasting no time to go ahead and call a timeout to try and get his team back focused on the defensive end of the
Texas
floor.
Wesleyan is too good of a basketball team to stay down long. They're a high-effort team, and they're out for blood. I don't know if I think we can call it a rivalry. There's some disdain between both programs.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, and you can kind of feel it. But, yeah, I mean, that was the right move by Coach Chris Wright. I know Jay Will, he's doing the best he can. But, boy, Khalil Turner is just he's going to make plays every now and then, and that's what happened.
Well, what you can't do is, again, you can't turn your backside, and you got to, again, he's taking advantage when you go under the screen. He's turning the corner and going downhill. You've got to make sure that you fight over the screen to take options away from Turner. And Turner, let's just talk about it. It's not like he's a small guy. He's 6'8".
Yeah. So they're on a 6-0 run here. Langston needs to get some buckets.
TJ Cave gets it back over to Orlando Thomas, who's trapped in the corner. Shot is going to go out of bounds, and it will be Langston basketball.
Yeah, that was a little concerning. I thought they trapped him in the corner. Ball gets knocked out of bounds.
Going to throw it in. It's going to be stolen by Montez Young.
Telegraphed his pass.
Young into the lane, and it could have been, it's going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah, he didn't get his feet. His feet weren't set. It's the right call. I should have gone differently for Langston, but, yeah, it'll be interesting. What is his foul number for?
Thomas, that's his first foul of the night. So,
all right.
So as it stands, Montez Young is going back to the free throw line, which he's not found a lot of success so far. He's 2 of 4. Knocks down that one. That'll help getting the juices going. Now 3 of 5 on the night. 28-17. Of course, 5:08 to go before the end of the first half of this one. Today's game is being brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. Spring homecoming is Saturday. It's going to be a packed house as Young misses that one. Sierras gets the rebound, gets it back to Young, who's trapped underneath and tries to find a way, and he finishes underneath the goal. Young now has, Montez Young has now 5 points in the game.
Chris Wright talked about offensive boards, something he's concerned about. This is a Texas Wesleyan team that does really good at that. And now, because of that, it's now a single-digit deficit. You know, Langston was up 18. Now it's a 9-point game.
Thomas,
so you got to get yourself out of it.
Thomas has it, and one thing Texas Wesleyan does have an advantage of as height. But that can be negated when Trey Clark drives and becomes the first player in the game at double digits. He's got 11.
Trey Clark goes, I'll do it. Yeah, no problem.
Sierras wide open 3 on the other end, nobody covering. And that one, that rebound attempt by Hamilton, wasn't able to control it. It'll be Lion ball again.
And that doesn't happen very often. Sierra's 40% from three-point range this year for Texas Wesleyan. Usually gets a look like that, he's knocking it down. And so they got lucky on that play. Now they'll get an offensive possession, I guess another timeout here.
Okay, media timeout has been called on the floor. We're going to talk about the right way to play right now. When we play the right way, everyone rises, because the right way isn't just about the rules of the game. It's about the respect for the game and the culture it fosters. The NAIA takes the student part of student athletes seriously, balancing growth of the whole person with athletic achievement, because that's the right way to play on the field, in the classroom, and with the community. The NAIA, college athletics the way it was meant to be played. Maurice Prince and Jay Swick on the call right now. And Texas Wesleyan has found crafty ways to stay in the game,
right,
but they found it by going a lot of isolation plays and a lot of effort plays. If the Lions don't maintain a high defensive IQ, this experienced and balanced Texas Wesleyan roster is willing to exploit their height advantage and take advantage of Langston on the other end.
They've gotten a couple mismatches that they've utilized to their benefit. Also, they've been getting up and down the floor. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a fast break, but they're trying to have that kind of, that kind of effort. You called them effort plays. I mean, if you don't get back on defense, they're going to get some easy buckets. So Langston was able to kind of push this thing back up to 11 and with the basketball, see if they can increase it a little bit more, but they're going to have to execute their half-court set here.
Need a little bit more of Antonio Lewis also in the sprinkle of the offense. He's got
Right.
3 thus far. Omar Henry covering very close to an offensive foul there. That screen on that push by Henry. He's got to stay set right now. Lewis taking Sierra to the hole, and he's going to be contact as he drove on 3, and the officials gave the
Henry
black
tried
shirts
to knock it off, knock the ball off the.
Montez Young misses that one. Robert Alexander ends up with that rebound and controlling it for the Lions.
Yeah, Deuce and Jay Will have similar haircuts.
So going to work right now. Jaden Williams has it. Back over to Cameron McCoy. Over to Henry. Henry. Double team. He's got to get rid of it. 12 seconds on the clock. Throws it back out to Deuce and resets.
Here you
Ball
go.
in the hands of Lewis, who fires. Shot no good.
What
Good
a
rebound
rebound.
by McCoy. McCoy falls, hits the deck, and they're going to call a foul this time. And that'll be team foul number 5 called against the Rams.
Is that going to be on Montez? Okay, no. 31,
On
Sierra's.
Sierra's, yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
16
What a rebound
fouls.
by McCoy, though. I mean, that was impressive.
Lewis and McCoy come out of the game, and returning to the game now is Thomas along with Trey Clark. There's no way you can afford to keep Trey Clark out of this game
Not
right
right now. Absolutely not. He's feeling it, and you got to keep going to the hot hand.
Trey Clark has done everything except dishes today. He's got 11 points and 3 rebounds.
Right. He's been eating, though. He's been eating.
Going to work right now. Thomas gets it to Clark. Clark inside, goes up, under, contact. He gets his own rebound, shot again, and Sierras tries to get it. Ball knocked out of bounds.
He's
and
won
Clark
the
is
foul.
asking,
What
yeah.
do you think?
Well, contact against the head, yes. But again, when you have a ball right there above it, the officials sometimes should call it, but it's not always popularly called when the ball's right in front of your face. Going back out to Trey Clark, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Thomas has it, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, into the lane. Thomas is going to be stripped by Sierras. Nice job by him. Ball back in the hands now of Khalil Turner, who's back in the game. 3-point shot from the right wing, and it's beautifully knocked down that time by Davion Scott. Scott in the game now has his first basket. It's a 3, and the lead is cut back down to 8.
Yeah, just caught it, step and shoot. That was a big bucket for Texas Wesleyan to get within 8.
Working the ball around. Alexander gets it in the hands now of Henry. Henry swings it over. Henry. Thomas wheels and deals on the interior, not able to get it down. Khalil Turner with the rebound. Here comes Davion Scott. 3-point shot by Hamilton. Contested, well contested. Rebound pulled down by Thomas. Here comes Deuce leading the charge for the Lions.
Yeah, 2 minutes. You'd love to go into halftime with a double-digit lead. But you're going to have to figure out how to score some more points here from the half-court set. And here's Thomas.
With the blow-by and scored the basket for Thomas. He had all the sauce that you could ask for on that one with the burst, the speed, the craftiness, and the desire to put that deuce on the board.
It was a mix of marinara, mix of Alfredo. You got a little pesto sauce in there. It all makes for sweet, sweet goodness. And then to get the cherry on top with the and one opportunity here. It's like you were listening to the broadcast. You're just like, yeah, we'll go up 10 real quick, but we'd love to be 11.
So Thomas trying to complete the extra value meal with all the sauce that my partner just laid out, whether it was, Alfredo, whatever sauce you need. Hey, Orlando Thomas has it. That was just the left hand. What happens if it goes to the right?
Exactly. It's either or. Pick your poison with that guy.
Thomas now has officially into double digits. He's got 12, a game-high 12 in the first half of this one. Under 2 minutes to go, the Lions sitting comfortably overall. Biggest lead in the game was 18 points. And now Nero, challenged by Antonio Lewis, but Thomas gets the rebound, grabbing his 5th of the game.
Wow. Really good stuff. Really good on-ball pressure there by Antonio. I kind of thought they might have called him for the foul, but Nero stepped back and shot the shot and missed. Oh, great move by Lewis there.
Lewis finds a crease, has to get rid of it. He gets it back to Trey Clark. 8 seconds, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Trey Clark from the top of the key. He said the bank isn't open. Jaden Williams gets the rebound. He fires one. Can't get the shot to fall. Sierras with the rebound for the Rams.
Okay. All right. Minute left. Down 11. What's Nero going to do here?
Trey Clark covering. The Rams trying to find some offense. They're going to switch. Nero now being guarded by Jay Wilson. Wilson covering. Going to swing it back over to Davion Scott. Scott back in the hands of Sierras. Sierras with a sidestep. Short corner shot, no good. Nice rebound on the other end by guess who? Montez Young, who's got 7 in the first half.
Yeah, Montez is a good basketball player. Coach is telling him to get down there.
33-24.
9-point difference here. You'd love to see. So shot clock about the same.
Lewis now has it standing on the logo. Lions playing for 1. Lions in control. Want to get a good last shot here. Let's see what Chris Wright dials up. I'm thinking it's going to be something for Orlando Thomas, or Lewis may take it. Lewis looks like he's setting up Nero. 4 seconds on the clock. Nero stops as Lewis pops one right in his eye as time expires. And the lead is 36-24. Unbelievable shot by Lewis. He knew what he wanted and took advantage of the situation.
Yeah, beaming with confidence. There was no discussion. He said, I'm going to shoot this shot. I'm going to knock it down. Really good first half by Langston. Honestly, I thought it'd be a little bit closer. I have a lot of respect for Texas Wesleyan's talent level on their basketball team. I think they're well coached, but it's been all Langston in the first half. They've been controlling the tempo, getting a lot of second chance shots. You've seen so many different plays from Trey Clark and Lewis and several others. I think it's a really good half that you got to be happy with. And you want to keep that momentum going in the second half.
This is the MJ Bail Bonds halftime report. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes on the other side. Give you some insight to the stats.
That's right.
Talk about the adjustments and see how the Lions can work it out. But right now, I'm telling you, the Greeks are about to take over the floor right now, and there's about to be some stepping going on here on Greek night here at CF Gales. We'll be back in a moment. This is Langston Lion basketball.
Walk in the gym, that glow. Blue drip, orange trim, that show. Whole squad locked in, that code. Langston on my chest, that old thorough. Baseline corners, crowd get warmer. Coach say pressure, I add more on it. From the dorm to the flow, had to grind through the storms. Now the banner in my mind, got the day's date on it. Blue and orange blood, I bleed that. Lines in the paint, better feed that. Home crowd roar, let it swing back. Every cut sharp, let the net snap. Blue and orange jersey, that armor. Langston on the front, I'm a proud mom. Hands in the sky for the pride when we run. This is finally not a game we won. Look. Shot clock low, I'm calm. Heartbeat slow, that song. Read the flow like a book in my palm. Cross so clean, whole road say gone. Road trips, 2 a days, late nights. Study hard and film in flight. Mama text, pray I text, I might. Cause I'm trying to turn L's into bright lights. Put the city on the map with a fast break. Jab step one, dribble that glass. Shake every bruise, every fall, that's gas. Wait, now the whole squad eat off my last play. No orange blood, I bleed that. No. Lions in the paint, better feed that. Yeah. Home crowd roar, let it swing back. Every cut shot, let the net snap. Blue and orange jersey, that armor. On the front, I'm a proud mom. Hands in the sky for the pride when we run. This is finally not a game we won.
Blue and orange, hear them calling. Lions never stop from falling.
Blood, I bleed that. Lions in the paint, better feed that. Home crowd roar, let it swing back. Every cut shot, let the net snap. Blue and orange jersey, that all. On the front, I'm a proud. Hands in the sky for the problem we run. It's our house, all four we won.
War paint on me.
Lions in the building.
You can feel that energy.
Yeah. Walk in, crisp view on my chest, that flame lit. Nace, this jersey so clean, it's dangerous. Lifting on the back, crouch chain in my veins, stick blue drip, arch track, cutting through the lane. Quick shot, got low, I'm calm, it's a happy crouch left, pull up, next scene, that's magic. Bitch on the feet, whole pack, going rabbit, every fast break, like a freak train, track.
Ooh, I've been in the way when we running that flex. Still the study in my head, I'ma see it through the press. All drive, all pride, that's the code we can take. You can rid it in a stitch on a jersey, respect.
That's war paint, not just clothes.
Yeah, legs and life.
Feel that rumble when we roll.
From the baseline to the rapids.
Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't fold.
We don't break.
That's the code.
Knowing more.
That's war paint, not just clothes.
Legs and life.
Hear the jungle when we close.
From the tip off to the buzzer.
Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't fold.
We don't break. That's the code. Sweat drip, home court shining like a gold ring. I remember crack black tops, now it's whole team. Mama in the crowd, phone high, yeah, she so lean. Tearing up, watching every board, every bold dream. Coach say lock in, I repeat it in my mind. Every suicide run, try to grind and the shine. Every 5 a.m. light in the gym over time. Every you just smile turned into you, that guy. Now I'm out here with the squad, blue wave on my side. Orange trim flash when we crash in the sky. Alley-oop, paint time, fans flashing they lights. So the team pray, but they still pay the price.
That's war paint, not just clothes.
Yeah.
Feel that rumble when we roll. Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't fold.
We don't break.
That's the code.
Knowing more.
That's war paint, not just clothes.
Lace and light.
Hear the jungle when we close.
From the tip off to the buzzer.
Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't fold.
We don't break. It's the cold lion. Lions in the dark. Hear the heart. Blue and orange spark. Tear apart, tear apart. One shot, hold pride in tall, never hide. One roar, one try. Length and ride. Going on.
That's war paint, not just clothes.
Lace and light.
Feel that rumble when we roll.
From the baseline to the rapids.
Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't fold.
We don't break.
That's the code.
Going on.
That's war paint.
Not just clothes. Lace and light.
Hear the jungle when we close.
From the tip off to the buzzer. Everybody knows.
We don't fold.
We don't break. That's the code.
James and his staff take care of you and your loved one. Maurice Prince and Jay Swig. Swig, listen, the Greeks are stepping tonight, man.
They are. It's a party up in here at CF Gales Fieldhouse, and you knew.
Listen, you know what bothers me? I know all the frats and all the Soros have to have their jackets and team jackets and stuff like that, but you know what my problem is? It's hot.
It is. It
hot
is,
in here.
and we hope to get that improved here pretty soon. But otherwise, we're well fed. We've got a lot of aqua, a lot of water, a lot of drink selection, so we're treated great. But it gets pretty warm up here sometimes in the press box, and then when you've got a packed out gym and everybody's dancing, yeah, that's going to add to it. But second half is on the way, and it's going to be interesting.
Now, interesting first half of the game. The biggest takeaways from the first half of this game overall, I have to say, is the Lions ended up shooting in the first half 13 of 32, 40%. And then you had, of course, Texas Wesleyan shooting 9 of 26, 35% in the first half of the game. Relatively close in a majority of the categories. Second chance points, Lions outscored them 7-5. Bench points, the Lions are, Texas Wesleyan is actually +9 in that category. And the weirdest stat to me in the first half of this game is points off turnovers. The Lions only had 6 turnovers in the first half, but Texas Wesleyan has scored 10 points off those turnovers. Where the Lions on their side, Texas Wesleyan has had 5 turnovers, and the Lions have only got 3 points off turnovers thus far. For me, that's kind of a surprising number. But what's really making the difference in the game is 2 statistics. The Lions' ability to knock down the long ball, 5 of 15, 33%, and the free throw line, 5 of 7, 71%. Texas Wesleyan shooting 40% from the free throw line, 4 of 10, 2 of 8 from the three-point line, 25%. And to me, I guess that's where I find the differences, Swig. But it's kind of hard to parse it when you look at it. And we got a 12-point lead off a walk-off three-pointer by Antonio Lewis.
Right. And that last 3 coming in the last possession of the first half. I mean, you've got a lot of different guys that have scored here for Langston, and that's, an asset to have when you have that many different weapons that you can go to and rely on. And there's a lot of team trust here, but they're moving the basketball. They're playing efficient. They're taking care of the basketball. Only 6 turnovers in that entire first half. I guess Texas Wesleyan has the same amount.
Just about right.
But, yeah, I mean, as well as they played, we wanted to see him get a double-digit lead at half. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and you got to finish.
Right. The Lions had 2 players in double-digit scoring in the first half, Orlando Thomas with 12. But to me, the big story of the first half of this game is the unquenchable effort of Trey Clark, who scored 11 points to go along also with his total of 4 rebounds in the first half of this game. He was the player that was breaking down the defense earlier in this one and was really doing an outstanding job overall, Swig, again, of putting the pressure on that Texas Wesleyan defense. He was making the extra effort plays, and anytime you turned around, you looked at it, and he was the guy standing there. Orlando Thomas got hot, and if Antonio Lewis starts heating up, I mean, Texas Wesleyan is in for a heck of a second half.
Yeah, I think so, and that's kind of the key here, and we won't know until we know, but what adjustments are they going to try to make to combat Langston? And I think Langston's just going to keep doing what they're doing. I don't think it's anything game plan wise. They just want to be efficient with it, and a lot of it is high effort stuff that doesn't really just go with X's and O's.
Right.
But I don't think they're as deep a basketball team as Langston is. So they're asking their big-time player like Khalil Turner and Montez Young and even Davion Scott, who's been playing well, Nero, to step up and really carry the load, because Langston is really dispersing. I mean, they are sharing everything. They're doing a great job. This is a very unselfish basketball team, and it works in their favor. And that's why you see so many guys making an impact and getting those second chance points, those hard-working effort points. And I love it about Chris Wright. I mean, this is a big reason why he's 60-2 at home, and he doesn't plan on being 60-3. He wants to get that win number 61 at home tonight, which sets up for an absolute monster of a matchup on Saturday. I don't want to look too far ahead because we got the second half in front of us.
20 minutes.
And anything can happen. So
now
we'll see.
Montez Young Jr. has truly been the star of the first half of the Rams team. He's got 7 points. And you have to ask yourself, if you're Langston, can we contain Dalen Hamilton? Is he at 100%? Chris Wright had said in pregame, doesn't know about his availability. He's obviously not playing the full slate of minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Hamilton right now has come off the bench. He's played 9 minutes in this first half of this game. But, you know, the question is, does Coach Wanamaker want to see him press the mark to get a little further? Here's the reality. Texas Wesleyan is on a 2-game losing streak. They don't want to make it 3 and then going into this game that they got to win this next weekend. But their chances of winning the conference outright is very low right now because Langston has an edge against them, and so does Nelson College. But they need to finish the season hard, and the question is, how much are we going to see of Hamilton in the second half? Let's find out as we're back to live action right now. Turning and fire again, and a nice putback attempt and a dunk, dropping it in very nicely. There goes Khalil Turner, going air there.
I don't think Dalen Hamilton is 100% for Texas Wesleyan, but he's a good enough spot-up shooter that you can put him in for some minutes, and if he gets an open shot or a look, he has the ability to knock it down. What a pass completion. Somehow Texas Wesleyan came up with it, but that was a heck of a pass by Omar Henry.
Sierras ends up with the steal on the play. Now over to Montez Young, over to Khalil Turner. Turner gets a screen, and wide open shot. Nobody communicated, and Montez Young Jr. drops.
Well, they doubled him at the top, and that left the wing player wide open, and they got him the basketball, and he knocked it down.
He's got 10 points in the game right now, 19:01 to go. Lead cut down, now under 10 officially, down to a 7-point margin. Going to work, Trey Clark didn't see it. Nobody communicated, and Trey Clark's going to end up fouling on this place, Davion Scott, who picked his pocket.
Yeah, that was some backside help that Texas Wesleyan benefited from and got him to turn over the basketball. So we've seen that 12-point lead now get down to 7.
Right, and remember, the Lions had it as big as 18 points overall. Still doing work right now. Ball in the hand, steady dribble. Trying to find space to operate. Sierras now has it. Bounce pass inside in the lane to Young, who gets it over to Obier. Obier turns and fires. Obier definitely used his height to an advantage on that one. The 6'8" center turned and fired and knocked it down to a 5-point margin. Timeout by Chris Wright here.
Yeah, and what the public doesn't realize, because we don't have a mic close to the court, but there's some communicating between the teams. Like there's some talking, you know. You get a bucket, you're going to rub it in the face a little bit.
Right.
They don't like each other. They're competing, and one team, so one team's going to win, but both teams are giving it all they got, and it's a little bit more than just, adding another win to the win total. It's a little bit personal between the players, a little bit, but there is a lot of communicating. We haven't seen any technical fouls or anything, so I don't think it's egregious, but it's something to keep in mind.
Now going to work right now, Guiding Right is a leading public health organization in Oklahoma, aiming to improve access to health care systems and to marginalized populations in Oklahoma. And that's who you can depend on, Guiding Right, to be a light for you.
Amen to that.
36-31, Maurice Prince, Jay Swick on the call here. Chris Wright is really going to tell his team they got to amp up and turn back up that defense. That's the identity of this team. That's how they get into that. And the fact of the matter here is points off turnovers. As it stands right now, Texas Wesleyan has 15 points off turnovers.
And that's the difference in the game. I mean, when they get a stop, they're turning it into points. Now, Langston's getting stops that they're just not as efficient at turning into those points and capitalizing on those turnovers. That got to change if they want to keep the lead and ultimately win it.
So Alexander, Henry, Jaden Williams, Antonio Lewis, along with Trey Clark.
Fast lineup. You know, a lot of quickness here with these guys on the floor right now for LU.
So Alexander swings it over to Omar Henry, who gives it over to Lewis. Bounce pass inside, pocket pass to Omar Henry, who's fouled, diving to the basket, is going to go to the line shooting two.
Beautiful give and go. He was fouled on the way to the rim. It's tough to stop a guy like Omar Henry, who's freaky athletic, and then he's got the 6'8" height.
I want to say it's hard to start Omar Henry when he has intentions.
Right. When
he has intentions.
When he has a plan and he's, it's hard to stop it. It really is.
36-31, 18-11 to go in this game.
Shot
right
in
now.
the dark, though. I think we're going to, the free throws are going to play a big part of this game. Just a gut feeling.
Yeah,
big part of
I
this
could
game.
see that. The Lions right now are 6 of 8, 75% right now. They just got to continue to get it. I mean, we've seen Texas Wesleyan has been to the free throw line officially now probably, after this particular free throw attempt here, one more time than the Lions this evening. So the 4 of 10 from the free throw line is Texas Wesleyan. For Langston right now, they are now 7 of 9. Ball over to Montez Young, the high flyer for the Rams right now. They do a weave at the top of their own. Trying to swing it back. Nice job by Jaden Williams with the swat. Jaden Williams into the lane. Jaden Williams gets the steal and the deal.
Out of Douglas High School in Oklahoma City, making his name at the collegiate level. It was a high-effort play. Turned that turnover into points.
40-31 is the score now. And now
got him to
Travis
travel
against Sierras.
Jaden Williams is feeling it, making another defensive play to help his team. Love what he brings, and he's just a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. I know he doesn't play like it, but he's just a high-effort guy that just loves it, loves the game.
All right, ball in the hands now of Deuce, who comes across, being guarded by Nero. Also, it's worth noting that Hamilton has now checked into the game for Texas Wesleyan. Ball in the hands now, steady dribble. Ball up top, doing work in the lane. Nearly loses it. Alexander fires it to the corner. Sidestep, three-point shot by Lewis is no good. Henry tries to tap it and save it, but ends up giving it up to Khalil Turner. Turner hitting the Jets, driving down Main Street. They could have called an offensive foul, but I think they're going to call a blocking foul against Henry. I don't know.
I mean, it felt like Henry had his feet set, but he was turned the wrong way. And so
I don't know how that. Okay, can you take a charge if you're not looking at the ball
from the side?
From the side or from the back?
I don't think so.
Okay, I
don't think that's the case.
Okay, I'm just wondering. I mean, if you're standing still though.
I mean, that's what he was doing.
That's
he was
what
just
I'm
taking
saying.
it from the side instead of the front.
It just seemed kind of odd.
Yeah, missed the free throw though.
So Turner missed the free throw, 40-31. Lead back up to 9 right now. Henry and Trey Clark switch sides. Everybody's communicating. Alexander telling Henry to go low and box him out because Montez Young trying to get there. Ball, and nice job as Henry gets it. Henry maintains it. Swing pass. Jaden Williams back over to Deuce.
They were anticipating him to miss the free throw, and it worked. Got the ball back. Here's Deuce on the wing.
4 of 11 at the free throw line as Antonio Lewis drives inside. Will get a blocking foul called against the defender. Go to the free throw line shooting 2 of his own. How interesting is this? 4 of 12 Texas Wesleyan at the free throw line. 33%.
Right.
Wow. I mean, that really hurts you.
It's a telling stat. And it's one of those things that you can try to practice. You do what you can, but in those in-game situations, it's just a different kind of pressure that you can't describe.
Antonio Lewis knocks down the first free throw. Lions are now 8 of 10, 80%. Henry checks out of the game. Jay Wilson comes in. As a nice cool breeze comes in as the door opens.
That's exactly right. And it's welcome here.
So now going to work, Lewis fires, back rims that one, gets his own rebound, but it trickles away from him, and the ball ends up in the hands of
got
Kyler
knocked
Randolph.
away. 10-point difference. Here's Texas Wesleyan down by 10.
So trying to work the ball. The Lions switch on top of the screen. Now Jay Wilson guarding Hamilton. Hamilton with the burst to the lane. Can't get it to fall. Trey Clark with the rebound. He gives it up to Deuce.
Ripping that thing out of the sky.
Khalil
and
Turner.
that was a good defensive play to kind of limit Dalen Hamilton there.
So Khalil Turner was going to telegraph that pass to Lewis. He's trying to cover Lewis tightly. Up at the top, Alexander looking for space, rolls downhill, swings it back up top to Lewis with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Deuce in the lane. Deuce finishes high off the glass, shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Young. Khalil Turner in the lane draws contact against Antonio Lewis.
Well, and you see what I mean? Like, they get down court so quick. I mean, they almost try to fast break you if at all possible. And it's really hard to defend when they do it, and usually ends up being a foul. That's what we saw there. So it is something, because sometimes you wonder, well, why aren't you boxing out? Why isn't there somebody in the paint to rebound? Well, they're down court to prevent easy buckets.
Front rims that one by Turner. I mean, there's only been 4 free throws hit today by Texas Wesleyan. Scott has knocked down, Nero has knocked down a free throw, and Young has knocked down 3 of them.
Turner's 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Now 1 for 5.
Yep. So now 5 of 14 from the free throw line.
TJ Cave bringing it up. I love his work ethic. TJ Cave doesn't get enough credit. He's really tailored his game. And then
turnover with the burst of speed goes Hamilton, who gives it up to Turner, who scores on the other end. Turner now has 9 points, and that's the type of influence that Hamilton has on the floor. Hamilton might normally not have passed that ball up, but you can tell he's not 100% tonight. Bounce pass over. TJ Cave has to track down the Aaron pass.
Now he gets trapped, needs
double team,
help.
swings it, steal on the play.
Oh, that's
they're going to call a turnover there.
No, that's
Noah Williams, who traveled on the play.
Yeah, you're saying the tap dance recital.
41-34, so substitutions coming in for Texas Wesleyan and subs coming in for the Langston Lions right now. Omar Henry returns. Trey Clark is back in along with Orlando Thomas. 15:22 to go in the game, 41-34.
Here's Deuce.
So trying to find some space to operate right now. Ball in the hands, kicking it to Jaden Williams in the corner. Jaden thought about it, swings it back out to Henry. Henry's going to fire a 3. In and out, shot does not fall. Montez Young with the rebound. Ball in the hands now, steady dribbling up top is Randolph, who gives it up this time to Nero.
I don't mind Omar Henry shooting three-pointers. He was 2 for 2 last week.
And on the lane, high arcing shot by Nero. What a job by Matt Nero on that one. Nero now has 7 in the game right now. 41-36. Ball over to Thomas. Thomas needs to get the Lions a point. Shot off the glass, no good that time. But Thomas is going to go back to the free throw line, and the Lions need that to happen. Thomas nor Clark have scored in the second half of this game. And we're nearly 10 minutes into the first half.
I know. And you know, when you get into these kind of scoring droughts here, those are the players I want to take the shots, is Orlando Thomas. He's able to draw those fouls or at least get shots off. He's able to create his own shot really efficiently. So usually in these droughts you want to go to your most dependable players, and he's one of them.
Tonight's game is being brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, MJ Bail Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, and Guiding Right and Tinker Federal Credit Union. I'm Maurice Prince. This guy next to me is Jay Swick. Langston Lion basketball here on Thursday night. Swick, and Chris Wright has done a good job about keeping his team basically paying attention game by game, night by night basis. But this was the game, if the Lions were going to get caught sleepwalking, they had that tremendous 5 games in 9 days, and you're sitting to yourself going, okay, you get the break, but your mind could be focused on Nelson. What a tremendous job by Chris Wright and his team to still stay locked in. They have not been completely lethargic or lackadaisical tonight.
No, and they've been focused. I think Chris Wright has done everything he can to prevent the trap game mentality. And if you understand the situation, you kind of look at this game as a trap game. You can't look at it like there. You can't overlook your opponent. Texas Wesleyan is too good of a team. 18-7. They've got a really good conference record. So they and again, the last time these two teams played, the winner won by 5. The winner was Langston. Or I'm sorry, 4. And so that's really close.
5.
It is 5. So this is what happens when these two teams get together. It's going to be a hard-fought battle, and whoever can play the best down the stretch is going to win. But you want to try and set yourself up to be in a good position for that final stretch, and that's what we're doing right now, and that is making free throws when they get to the line.
2 for 2 for that run there by Orlando Thomas. He's now got 14, I do believe, on the night so far, 43-36. Going to work inside, and Nero with the blow-by against Alexander.
Yeah.
Beautifully set up. Nero has a very explosive step. He reminds me of that young player that used to play for Khalid El-Amin.
Oh, the UConn player.
For UConn player.
Yeah.
He kind of has that stocky look at first, but he has that blow-by potential.
Yeah.
And when you think he doesn't have it, he can hit you with it.
Yeah, another player that he reminds me of Drew Holiday a little bit. Like really quick off the dribble, but good on defense.
What a nice job and knocking the ball away as Omar Henry ends up with it. Antonio Lewis now getting around Randolph here and very close here to carrying it right there. But the ball was knocked out of his hand as that time Randolph went for the swipe again, and this time it's going to be team foul number 4 this time.
Yeah, and smart play. Smart play by Randolph. Comes out of Smyrna, Georgia, but played up there at NOC in Tonkawa, Oklahoma, before he made his way to Texas Wesleyan. So he's kind of familiar with this state and how we get down on the basketball court.
All right, going to work right now. Alexander has it, has a
Pull
ton of
up.
space. Lewis decides to fire from the corner and drops the triple in the bank.
Again, I wanted Deuce to pull up for the shot. He said, no, hold on a second. Let me find my guy Lewis. Knocked it down.
And Turner was going up for the hammer, and Orlando Thomas went up to foul. Should be just a common foul on that one.
Yeah, he tried to punch it. He tried to one-hand tomahawk it from the side. Omar said, not in my house.
Thomas thought it was a clean block, but it wasn't clean. He got him with the body.
Yeah. He was surprised by that. But, I mean, if you're trying to catch Omar Henry on a poster, good luck to you. Good luck to you.
So the officials are talking to Henry right now. I'm not sure about what, but Henry, he caught him with the body, but he went for the ball. And he probably got some of the ball, but he got more of the body.
That's two grown men. Just when they collide like that.
What do you call it, the impossible force but the unmovable object?
Thank you. That's a great way to say it. I mean, two giants, athletes. One's coming for the dunk and the other one's saying no. And so something's got to give. And
so Turner becomes the second Texas Wesleyan player in double digits. He's got 10 now. And he started to get a little bit better from the free throw line. I say that, and then he does that. He is now 2 of 7 from the free throw line tonight.
What are they shooting from free throw right now?
Give me just a second. I'll let you know as soon as that comes back up. Going to the corner now, Antonio Lewis now, he's the third line to get to double-digit scoring. 13 seconds on the shot clock now. As a team, they are shooting 6 of 16 from the free throw line. Omar Henry misses the shot there. That's 37.5%.
Yeah, that is bad.
As Turner tries to hit with the blow-by, Omar Henry with the rebound. Here comes Thomas the other way.
And yet it's a 7-point game, you know. What if they shoot 60% from free throw?
People often want to know why the Langston Lion team is ranked so high. I got a stat for you after this possession here. Antonio Lewis swings it over to Deuce Alexander. Deuce in the lane, gets it over to Omar Henry. He goes high off the glass and scores. Omar Henry with his 8th point of the game. You want to know why this team is? Because the Lions do more than one stat category, and they do it well.
Ooh.
Turner is going to lose
Ooh.
it as Thomas was on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball situation. Check this out, Swick. All 3 Lion players are in double-digit scoring, 14, 10, and 11. All of those players have 5 rebounds. All of them have 5
They're
rebounds.
in the right place at the right time, and they're fighting for their team. How about Orlando Thomas? I don't know how he got possession of the basketball. I think he went through the legs to grab it.
Well,
It ended up
honestly,
being a jump ball.
It did, but Orlando Thomas lost his footing and he fell down. He was on the ground, and then the player tried to dribble between his legs that time, and Omar Henry was right there and took it away from him.
It's wild.
So now moving the ball around.
Trey Clark
Fires it from the corner, and Trey Clark now has 14 points of his own.
Yeah, momentum has shifted in the way of LU. Now we're seeing some chippy play, some extra physical play down there.
Nero in the lane is going to be a jump ball situation. Nice job there by Orlando Thomas. And again, you said it, these teams do talk a lot.
Yeah, I think Texas Wesleyan's getting a little frustrated, but what a defensive sequence there by LU to continue to make it tough on them to score the basketball.
Ball in the hands right now. Nero throws it into Young. Young's been quiet in the second half. Sierra's thought about the 3, backs up. Cameron McCoy's in the game. 3-point shot by Scott, no good. Rebound pulled down by Deuce Alexander.
Love the presence right now on defense for LU. Now they've got to turn this into offense and increase their lead, and they're going to draw the foul there. Sierra's with the reach in. How many 3-point attempts does Sierra's have?
Sierra's in the game. He only has 1 3-point attempt.
That is amazing that he's only taken 1 3-point shot. He leads the team with a 40% 3-point percentage. He is efficient when shooting the perimeter, beyond the perimeter.
Ball in the hands now. Steady dribbling up top. Trey Clark works it into the lane, finishes, and will be fouled and goes to the free throw line. 51-39 right now. The Lions have found that comfort cruise zone right now, and they've cruise control right now. They've got to find a way to keep that going, to don't let Texas Wesleyan find some momentum.
I love what Trey Clark's been doing this whole game, and he's beaming with confidence. It looks like he's having fun out there. And I think, sometimes you get so in the moment and so concentrated on the task at hand that you don't forget that you do forget that you're playing a game. And when you can kind of find that medium between, okay, I'm going to play hard and competitive, but I'm also going to have a good time doing it, usually you have nights like Trey Clark is having.
Trey Clark now with 15 points in the game.
As soon as
Scott,
I harp on him and misses the free throw.
In the backcourt, Trey Clark trying to harass that time Hamilton. Hamilton's able to get around him. 10:55 to go in the game. One of the most interesting points about how this game has continued to evolve. And trying to pass and going
Great
up
job.
to get it. What a
Just
steal.
Great job.
They say high point the ball. Alexander did just that.
Well, to get the backside help by Deuce, and I loved where TJ Cave was. He everything in his body wanted to step up, but if he steps up, that's going to leave the man open, so he stayed back. It's just great intuition and basketball IQ.
Trey Clark wheeling and dealing in the paint. Turns on Scott. Tries and scores.
Feeling it.
Clark's got 17 points.
Make the bad man stop. That's what Texas Wesleyan is saying right now.
54-39, 10:06 to go. The Lions trying to put themselves
Yeah, they're
in a
going to call a
position.
timeout. Coach Wanamaker wants to stop the bleeding. Rightfully so. 54-39 with 10 minutes left. Again, we've seen Texas Wesleyan throughout the season make up 10-point deficits. It's happened multiple times. So as soon as you get comfortable or feel like you've got it, they're going to make you pay. So you've got to continue to bear down and rebound and do the little things right that has gotten you this far. It's not. I keep saying, I know it's such a cliche. It's not how you started, how you finished, but it's true. And you want to set yourself up for Saturday. Everybody knows conference championship Saturday is on the way, but you got to win tonight. And closing out a team like this is always the toughest thing to do.
Now, the shooting percentage tonight, Swig, by Texas Wesleyan reminds me of the game that they played just a couple of weeks ago against USAO. In that game itself, Texas Wesleyan in that game ended up shooting 37% total in the game, 8.3% from three-point range. And then you're talking about at least they were better at the free throw line that night, 50.
Well,
50%.
look at what they did there at free throw.
Yeah.
12 of 24?
12 of 24. So
you missed half your free throws.
You missed half your free throws, and that's a game they were blown out by 38 points. So this team has, for all the scoring that they do, they have these games where they just can't get going. And it's been difficult, to watch them have those type of games. A team that's that massively talented, a team that can score from so many different positions at so many levels, to have some of those really difficult shooting moments in the last weeks of the season here, that's not how you want to go into the postseason or the tournament.
Oh, I don't think he got it off, no.
Shot clock violation.
Yep, right move. McCoy's in the game, Cave's in the game. These are two guys that I would play right here. I'd almost take Trey Clark out because I want him down the stretch. But they're going to keep leaving him in, and he's going to continue to burn. He's hot right now.
15-point advantage right now for the Lions. Largest lead of the game was 18. Trey Clark
look at it.
Going to work against Matt Nero. Can't get that shot to fall. Rebound by Khalil Turner. Turner is going to push the ball ahead. Ball knocked loose by Clark. Nero fires a three on the left wing. Shot no good. Rebound by Alexander. Alexander now has 5 rebounds to go with his 7 assists tonight. 9:09 to go in the game. Ball up top in the hands of Trey Clark. Clark over to Alexander, who gives it up to Cave. Cave, stutter step, dribble in the lane, spin move, contact, and that will be the 7th team foul called against Texas Wesleyan. So 1-and-1 bonus opportunity coming for Langston now.
And I mean, it's not a great situation to be in, but it's right there in between. So, to be deep in the bonus right now would be a little bit worse, but they're right there at the 1-on-1 position. We'll see if TJ Cave can knock this down to get another attempt.
Now the Lions need to finish off well from the free throw line. So far in the second half of this game, they're 6 of 8, 11 of 15 in the game, 73%. Cave misses the front end of the 1-and-1, now 11 of 16. Don't let that percentage start to drop. You start opening the door. Ball in the hands of Khalil Turner, being guarded by TJ Cave. Switch, Omar Henry, switch back. Lions maintaining their positioning and knowing how they want to flash in front of the switch. Hamilton shoots a three, can't get it to fall, and so Omar Henry ends up with the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, Hamilton looks okay. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is.
He doesn't look as explosive as he normally is.
No doubt.
So ball in the hands now of Thomas. Thomas swings it back to Cave. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Make something happen.
Thomas lines up a three. Shot does no good that time. Clearing it out. Here comes Hamilton. David Hamilton. And they're going to call an offensive foul as TJ Cave was wonderfully placed.
TJ Cave, there's the things that you see and the things that you don't. After games, leaving the gym late, I'm doing interviews, and there's been times where they've turned the lights out in the gym, but there's TJ Cave getting shots up. I mean, just trying to improve in any way, shape possible. And now you see a lot of the fruits of his labor. Little things like that make a difference.
TJ Cave sets up the offense, 7:54 to go in the game. Ball back in the hands of Thomas over to Henry. Henry back over to Thomas. Thomas.
I like this matchup.
Into the lane against Matt Nero and scores it. Thomas now has 16 points.
Thomas had him beat on size. Nero wasn't going to stop him from getting to the cup.
So that's 4 points in the second half. team foul coming against Langston there.
It's going to be on
Antonio Lewis getting called for the foul there. 56-39, 7:32 to go. So Montez Young going back to the free throw line. It's been stuck at 10. He had 10 in the first half, has not scored at all in the first almost 13 minutes of the second half here.
Well, it's been a good adjustment by the Lions, to recognize that and say, okay, we're going to have to double him or just give some extra effort to limit his opportunities.
So 16 points now coming in. Make that 17. I'm sorry, Montez Young with 11 points in the game thus far. 56, or make that 12. So backing it up right now, TJ Cave being guarded by Matt Nero.
I mean, at this point of the game with, just over 7 minutes. Oh, alley-oop! Oh, my goodness.
And that one did not fall that time. Henry thought he could have it, did not have control of the ball. And Terry Clark's like, look, dude, I threw it up, backdoor, nobody was watching you. Henry had a chance.
Almost had a Sports Center highlight there on PPBC TV. Gee, many Christmas. But I'm saying 7 minutes to go. You're up. Yeah, so at what point do you kind of get conservative, or you let some of that shot clock milk down to 10 and then really start
under 5 minutes to go?
Okay.
As of right now, you play with that same high energy up until that point.
Exactly. I agree with that.
TJ Cave comes out. Alexander comes back in. Sierras comes out of the game for Texas Wesleyan. Or Sierra stays in the game. He came to throw the ball inbounds. Let me correct myself there. Ball in the hands now. Steady dribble up top. Hamilton. Double team. Swing down low.
Goodness.
And a beautiful slam on that wide open shot there by Orbier. Daniel Orbier.
He caught Omar out of position. Omar was up at the high post. He went back. Wide open underneath the bucket.
So 13-point lead. Inside goes Thomas. Kicks it to the corner. And the Lions
knocked that out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds, but it will be
I
Langston
wanted
ball.
Orlando. Anytime Orlando Thomas gets in a one-on-one situation with Nero, he needs to go to the cup. I mean, he needs to attack the rim. Well, there's some extra shoving down there in the paint. No harm, no foul, I guess.
Dinner plans, that's what that is. So ball inbounds now.
Oh,
knocked out of bounds knocked out of bounds again. Ball in the deep corner. So the Lions maintaining possession, 6:22 to go. Team foul situation, Langston has 6 team fouls. The Rams have 8. 9 seconds on the shot clock. The Lions need to pay attention here. Going to throw it into McCoy. McCoy, 7 seconds, over to Lewis. 5 seconds. Lewis over to McCoy. Tries to get it to Clark, and they're going to turn the ball over. And Khalil Turner throws it ahead, and Hamilton throws it off the glass and scores.
Yeah, that was a frustrating play if you're LU. McCoy did what he could to kind of stop it, but gets called for the foul. And another great example of why they get down
and
the court so quick.
And I know it's not a word, but spurtability.
Yeah.
The Texas Wesleyan have the ability to do that. Hamilton's on the floor right now. If he gets to feeling it, we saw what happened in the game with the Langston women just a little while ago when Tucker started to get hot, their number 1 scorer. Don't leave Hamilton out there and find him to find a path. Now in the game, Hamilton has 6 points in the game.
Yeah, you're going to have to get some momentum back on your side here offensively. Game is far from over with. 10-point difference.
And I'm like you. Somehow, some way, the Lions have got to find the ball in the hands of Orlando Thomas. And if it's not him, Trey Clark. So screened by McCoy.
You should still be worried about points right now, even with 5 minutes left. Oh!
And Alexander tries to get it there, but Orbier
what a
3-point shot from the corner by Orlando Thomas.
What a board, though. Like, he was almost leaning over the baseline, snagged it with one arm, and then brought it back in and put up the shot. He didn't even move and was able to sink that. What a shot by Orlando Thomas. As soon as you think you've seen everything with that dude, He makes a play like that to go up 13. That was a big-time bucket.
And that's what you wanted to get back into double digits. And Thomas now has 19 points, one shot away from a 20-piece. But it's going to be important now. As you said, and I thought you said it so eloquently, points have still got to be a priority. Don't sit there and go into keep away, stall ball, taking yourself out of momentum. You've got to keep your foot on the gas. Texas Wesleyan will prove to you once again why they are a team. They're the reason why they're an elite team in the Sooner Athletic Conference. A 14-6 record, a team with 8-3 on the road. You know, most teams get that only at home.
14-6 in the SAC and the SAC tells me everything I need to know. I have so much respect for this conference, and it's not a knock into other conferences around the country in NAIA, but I just know how many teams are relevant, how many well-coached teams there are, how many coaches there are. Here's Nero.
Fire shot, no good. Rebound by Clark. Just snagged his sixth rebound of the game.
It's just a strong conference, and it's highly respected nation-wide. So you win 14 games in the conference, I mean, you're a good basketball team. There's no question about it.
And Thomas drives to the lane and gets the sauce to go with that 20-piece as he's got 21 on the night.
I think that was a little bit of honey barbecue chicken on that. Oh, and what a steal, maybe out of bounds. That's the LU ball.
And nice job. And so if you were upset with Cameron McCoy, if you're Chris Wright, on the effort on the foul by Hamilton, he makes up for it really at half court. Your center, your power forward, knocking the ball loose, showing his versatility and getting an easy a turnover for the team.
And as Lloyd Christmas once said, totally redeemed himself. What a play by McCoy. Again, glue guy, team guy. Where you need me, Coach? I got you. Where you need me, guys, I've got your back. You know, that's the kind of player he is. Even Omar Henry was talking about him after the game last week.
Now,
he's one of the players that he was really impressed with teammate-wise.
Now, one thing is going to be like this. Chris Wright said he didn't want to get out-rebounded this game, as at this point he'll be happy that he's not. He's +6 in that category, 34-28. And it shows on the scoreboard right now, 61-46. Whenever you can out-rebound your team, then you're making a higher percentage of free throws. 11 of 16 is 68%, but at least it's closer to 70%. When you have Texas Wesleyan who's shooting 9 of 19 from the free throw line, they've not done themselves any favors and made the task of trying to come back in this game more difficult than it probably should be or needs to be.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the shooting percentage between both teams, really similar, but there is a difference when you get to the three-point line. Almost 35% with Langston and 23% for Texas Wesleyan. So, and you've got three different Lions that have multiple three-point makes. So that's been somebody, you know, those three guys that you mentioned, Lewis, Clark, and Thomas, just shooting the ball well from beyond the arc.
Going to the bar and bring it back to action. McCoy, Lewis, Deuce Alexander, along with Orlando Thomas on the floor. And it looks like, is that Jaden Williams in the corner down there? Going to work, Lewis in the lane, kicks it. And McCoy, wide open, three-point shot.
He knew that thing was going in the hoop the second he pulled up. He's so wide open.
And here's the funny thing.
Oh, and they trap him.
As McCoy on the season, I know he doesn't take a lot of three-pointers, so that's why you can't say this percentage is real. But do you realize he is nearly a 70% three-point shooter? He's shooting 66, almost 67%. He just doesn't shoot a lot of them.
Yeah, but boy, he's efficient when he does. What a steal there. That's just a frustrating turnover there by Texas Wesleyan. And golly, we can't get anything to go for us right now with 4 minutes left.
And the Lions had pushed it up to 18, but then Matt Nero comes away with the steal. In the lane, kicks it to the corner. Khalil Turner for three. Side rim shot, no good. Turner gets his own rebound, and somehow, some way, Lewis takes it from him in the lane.
Oh, it's like taking candy from a baby. So give me that. Give me that.
64-46, 3:40 to go.
Yeah, now here, you know, with an 18-point lead, now we can start talking, being a little bit conservative, milking that shot clock.
8 seconds now.
But
Kick to
still
the
run your offense.
And McCoy says, I'll take another one.
Oh.
Misses that one. And Khalil Turner comes away with the rebound there.
Just barely.
Khalil Turner with still a heck of a game today. 10 points and 7 rebounds now. And he goes coast to coast and score. So he'll say, I'll add a rebound and I'll score some points. 12 and 7 is his stats tonight. Unbelievable job by Khalil Turner tonight.
Yeah. It's been a great team effort so far. You know, obviously you get a little over 3 minutes left, but I'm enamored with this Langston team and how they help each other. You've talked about in past broadcasts complimentary basketball. That is just the most fitting phrase right now with this Langston team. When you look at last game, even tonight, well, especially tonight, second half of the last game against John Brown University, they play complimentary basketball. They're always picking each other up. They're, you know, where one falls short and the other one makes a play. It's great team effort. They're so unselfish. You can't be a selfish player and play for Chris Wright. And also accountability. You know, holding each other accountable, I think, is an important part of a championship-level team. And they do a great job of that. There's just a lot to like about it.
And here's the thing about it. The Lions are up right now by 16 points. They beat John Brown by 30-plus last week. And when you start talking about that, they beat the College of the Ozarks by 15. After losing to Wesylan Baptist last week in overtime, mind you, but they blew out USAO. So the game before that, which was, of course, the game that was the Saturday before they went on that gauntlet week, that NBA schedule. TJ Cave is in the game now. The point is, the Lions are beating some of the elite teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference at the end of the season by double digits, almost 15 points per contest, as Trey Clark now scores now. Trey Clark now with 19 points of his own. We could have 2 20-point scores in this contest alone. Sierras fires a three-point shot, can't get that one to fall.
Trey Clark with the board.
Trey Clark grabbing his 7th rebound of the night. So, and they're going to be a foul in the backcourt by Turner.
Yeah, it's going to put him at the free throw line.
Team foul number 9.
Yeah.
So Robert Alexander having a chance to get to the free throw line. He has not shot any free throws tonight. But what an explosion of a game. We saw an unbelievable game by Omar Henry last Saturday against John Brown. We saw an equally amazing performance tonight right now from Trey Clark. Obviously, he's being outshined a little bit by Orlando Thomas, but when you can have a guy, and you still have Antonio Lewis, who arguably could be Batman and Batman on this team with Thomas, you got a guy with Trey Clark who can come in and say, hey, look, I can have a night. Or Omar Henry can have a night. As Matt Nero fires a 3 front rim shot, no good. Khalil Turner tracks down the rebound.
I knew he was going to shoot that.
And he turns around and fires a 3. Yeah. Now he's got 15 points and knocks down and takes the lead down to 17 points.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And then to see Trey Clark, because Trey Clark came in late. And when you come in late,
Clear that up. What do you mean by come in late?
Well, I think Chris Wright told me that he came in later than everybody else.
Yes, okay.
And so to be kind of the new guy and be able to fit in the locker room, especially when you've got other team members that know each other and have started to bond already, you've got to find your way.
And it's a testament.
And make your way, make your own impact in the game. And he's gotten his teammates to back him up and support him, and it's been wonderful.
But that's a testament to Chris Wright and his system. Everything is earned.
Right.
There's no I'm playing favorites. If you outwork me in practice, that's who it is. But in Chris Wright's offense, the most important statistic is who's on the floor at the end of the games. Sometimes you might show up on time, as Henry thought about the tomahawk. Was not able to get that one to fall tonight, and Turner has the ball knocked loose by TJ Cave. TJ Cave comes away with the steal this time, and then Sierras is going to foul him with 1:54 to go.
Yeah. Turner's kind of banged up down there. I was kind of surprised there was no whistle on. I know You know, or Bear kind of wanted to foul.
Yeah.
Ovier.
So 68-61. So Clark goes to TJ Cave goes to the free throw line right now. He had a chance early on in the first half on the front end of a 1-and-1. He missed that one. So let's see if he can get himself into the scoring sheet right now.
And you can just put the final nail in the coffin if you just keep making your free throws. Oh, well.
Okay, I mean,
the coffin's still. I mean, it's almost shut though. It's pretty.
Well,
it's pretty close.
I like finding that lady who has the loud voice. She's in the hallway, but she can't come in the room yet. You know.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
1 of 2 at the free throw line. So now the Lions officially are 15 of 19 or 15 of 20 in this game, or 14 of 20 in this game. Pull up. Matt Nero throws it. He tried to throw it, but he got up in the air, and that was one he probably wish he had back.
Yeah, Overbear didn't quite anticipate the pass there. I think Nero should have shot it.
So Montez Young comes back in now. So down 18, trying to make something happen with 1:45 to go.
Got a quick lineup, a lot of fast guards here with Lewis and Alexander and TJ Cave.
Ball back in the hands of Lewis. Is a nice job by Alexander trying to kill some time here. Ball's knocked into the backcourt, so they're going to say the ball's deflected. Clark in the lane, drives, scores. He's into 20-piece of his own. He's got 21 to match Orlando Thomas's 21.
Man, they're up 20. So in a good spot to be with a minute 20 left.
21-21. As Montez Young fires a shot, not able to get that one to fall right there. And it is a 20-point advantage with 70 seconds left to go in this game. So ball over right now in the hands now of Trey Clark, who fires it. Skip pass over the top. Gets it over to Alexander, and the Lions do not have to score here. Bounce pass inside to Orlando or up to Omar Henry. 3 seconds. Kick over. Alexander fires a 3 as time expires. Shot no good. Montez Young with the rebound.
Oh, Henry getting in there. Stepped out of bounds. Langston ball. Doesn't matter. Henry's going to keep fighting. He don't care about the score. He's going to keep getting stops, playing defense. Love the effort. Despite the score, they're not taking off anything.
39.6 seconds to go.
Boy, Saturday's going to be crazy, Mo. Saturday is going to be insane.
So the Lions letting the clock run down. They do not have to score. Antonio Lewis, 6 seconds. Step back three-point shot, and he knocks it down, the triple at the top. And Lewis now has 13 points in the game.
It's like a dance move.
Shot clock turned off.
Surprised he didn't moonwalk after that.
And Sierras fires a three-point shot, could not find range as time will expires. And the final score of this game tonight is 74-51. The Lions simply sensational overall in this game tonight. Swig, what impressed you the most in this 23? You're talking about a 23-point victory tonight.
Oh God, that is a hard question because there's so many things that happen that Langston should be proud of. I thought they really just played. It wasn't one thing. It was just they played passionate basketball and they played team basketball. The effort level, the wherewithal, the ball distribution, the working that they did on the defensive end to create tough shot attempts by Texas Wesleyan. We didn't see a ton of fast breaks by Langston, and usually that's when you know they were rocking and rolling is when they get on the fast breaks in transition.
I'm going to say this. This is one of the few games the Lions didn't just win it defensively.
Right.
They won it on the offensive end. Their ability to shoot the three-point shot tonight and their ability to execute at the free throw line. Albeit 70% is not a world beater. But when a team over the course of the season that averages right about 70%, 68, 69% is where they hover around. To get that kind of execution tonight says a lot about this team. And it's a testament to a team, again, Texas Wesleyan coming in today. They're a good team. They're a good team.
They really are. They really are.
And for them to have the shooting night that they have had here recently, 2 out of the last 3 games, you're talking about a team that has shot under 40%, a team that this athletically gifted, and then forgetting to do the little things that they did so well, part of one of the longest winning streaks, I do believe, during the course of the season, the last month and a half. I think they have it. I have it right here. I think they had an 8-game winning streak. And to end right now, as it is right now, they have lost 3 in a row, not playing their best ball. I mean, that's a really tough pill to swallow. But kudos has to go to Langston tonight for all the things they did right.
Well, and you look at how many different Langston Lions scored. I think it was 9 or 10 that were able to put points up on the board. You had 2 20-plus scores with Orlando Thomas, and Trey Clark had himself a night. Antonio Lewis continues to impress. Omar Henry doing what he did with 8 and 5, and some of that stuff that he does can't be measured on a stat sheet. Jay Wilson played really well in the minutes that he was assigned. I don't know, man. This was just a great team effort. Not just one moment. It was just a collection of things that they're playing passionate, smart basketball to set themselves up. They just didn't make a ton of mistakes. Yeah, it's 12 turnovers. You'd like to see a little bit. Anytime you get under 10, I think is a good day.
No, that's tremendous.
Right? And so you're right there on the outside. Chris Wright doesn't believe in a perfect game. If I ask him what he wants to improve on, I'm sure he'll give us, several different things. But I just think that they played great, unselfish, complimentary team basketball tonight.
Texas Wesleyan
really do.
Did not get the point production that they got from an injured or a hobbled Dalen Hamilton. He came in the game, had 6 points. But take your hat off to Khalil Turner tonight. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. He brought his game from Fort Worth. It did travel. When you start talking about Montez Young, he had a great first half, but only scored 2 points in the second half of this game. The biggest takeaway, Texas Wesleyan shooting. And that Langston has a lot to do with that. 19 of 48, 39%. 4 of 19 from 3, 21%. 9 of 19 from the free throw line, 47%. Those are not winning numbers that'll get it done, but that's what you can. Texas Wesleyan now loses their 3rd game in a row now. They fall to 18-8 on the season, 14-7 in conference, and 9-3 away from the friendly confines. They're going to want to put Saturday as a must-win game. They're not in danger of not making the Sooner Athletic postseason tournament. No, they're going to make that. Why? They already got the check in the box there. The problem is the momentum that you have for your team, you want it going up, not trending down.
Right.
And that's what you have. The Langston Lions on the other side of it, on the other side of things, improved to 22-5, 17-4 in conference, and more importantly, undefeated 13-0 at home, riding a 3-game winning streak with a chance to win the conference title Saturday night against Nelson College. Winner-take-all conference tournament game at your own house. This is what this team has lined itself up for. They stayed focused enough. They rebounded from that loss last week to rattle off 3 straight wins to put themselves in a position to try and take home the crown. What a game, what an atmosphere this is going to set up for Saturday night.
Yeah, I was about to ask, can we turn the page to Saturday? Because, my goodness, this is monster. We talked about LU's defense, number 1 in the Sooner Athletic Conference, averaging, teams that play Langston average under 60 points a game. The number 1 scoring offense in the Sooner Athletic Conference is Nelson University, 88 points a game.
Right.
So how do you navigate that? What's that going to look like? That is a matchup that is going to be outstanding. And Saturday, it's for all the you can't write it any other way. I don't know if there's any conspiracy theorists out there, but this is the last regular season game. And you've got the 2, without question, 2 best teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference battling head-to-head for a conference title. If Nelson wins, they win it outright. If Langston wins, they win the tiebreaker because they've beaten Nelson earlier in the year. And then they would win it outright if they beat them Saturday because they beat them 2-0. So it's all right there. This is like movie script stuff. And it's happening here at Sea of Gales Fieldhouse on Saturday afternoon, and I can't wait.
The only thing my partner didn't say, what he said didn't sell you enough. How about this one? The undefeated home streak against the undefeated road streak.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know they were undefeated on the road.
Yeah, Nelson College is 9-0
wow.
on the road. And they have the conference current longest winning streak at 5 games. Something's got to give. You got to tune in Saturday to check it out.
Oh, my gosh.
Pre-game,
That's awesome.
the women's for Langston are in a different position now. They should have a chance to win the conference outright, but more important, the mental of the team is going to have to be tempered tomorrow going into that. They're playing, again, Nelson College. It's one of the best teams in the women's side of things on their side as well. So that's going to be a dynamic game on Saturday. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. First question for Chris Wright as we get out of here. First question for Chris Wright.
Oh, gosh. You know, what does this win mean to the team, and what was his takeaways? Because you asked me what was the biggest moment, what was the difference, and I'm struggling. Like just to pick one thing is really tough.
I would want to ask him this: is this one of the games where the defense was good, but the offense was better than the defense?
I'll ask it.
Because this is that very rare do you get to ask the Langston Lions that question. I don't care if you ask it Chris Vince, it's the same thing. Is this one of those games where the offense was actually better than the defense? I mean, the free throw line, it's the little things that they did. So I think you could ask him that. Let's get out of here. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Blue Sky Bank, MJ Bell Bonds, Community Health Centers of Oklahoma, Guiding Right, and Tinker Federal Credit Union. This guy's Jay Swick. I'm Maurice Prince. We will see you here. Can I go old school, same bat time, same bat channel? But not bat time. It'll be at 2 o'clock. So you got to be here. You got to be up early. But tune in and be it. This game will air live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 in the city, and it will be streaming live on PPBC TV. It's L's up. Langston men win. Langston women fall tonight, but doesn't matter. We could see a double net cutting coming on Saturday night. Hey, we'll see you later. This has been Langston Lion Basketball. Good night.
This broadcast is the exclusive property of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, reproduction, or any other use of the accounts, descriptions, or audiovisual elements of this broadcast with the express written consent of Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company is strictly prohibited. All rights reserved.